promise not to tell anybody about me.
2 of your guys are down. You can't do this alone.
You made a mess. I suggest you clean it up.
Let us help.
I am all the way out.
We were just getting started.
How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be reviewing episode 2 of Arrow Season 4, The Candidate. And again, spoilers for this episode. If you have not seen it, go watch it, then come back and watch this video. So I think I might be in the minority of this. I heard a lot of people say that they like this one more than the first episode. I'm on the latter end of that. I didn't like it as much as the first episode. It was still good, and I like the way it's set up. I like this more than Season 3, but I had a couple just, I think, nitpicking issues. Nothing too major, but I'll get into those in a second. First of all, I'll start off with some of the things I did like about this episode. So you get the whole team working together, and I like that dynamic. Laurel did not bug me at all this episode. She usually does. Even her conversation with Diggle there, where she finds out kind of about Hive and all that, I liked it a lot. Laurel didn't bug me. It felt like she knew her position on the team now, and she's kind of fitting into that role, and I enjoy it. Another big plus for this episode was the fight between Thea and Oliver. So I'll get that. Also leads into one of my negatives, so I'll just kind of group them all together. You get Thea, and she's still going nuts after she's trying to kill people pretty much, and he finally confronts her and says, hey, it's because of that Lazarus pit. By the way, it has side effects, and they're showing up right now. What I didn't buy was Willa Holland's acting when she went all rage mode and broke the guy's arm. It just didn't work. It's her voice when she's Speedy or Red Arrow, whatever you want to call her. It just doesn't. She can't pull it off yet. Room for improvement. But right now, I'm fine when she's just normally talking. But when she starts getting angry and she's in all superhero mode, it just doesn't work in my opinion at all. Another thing also I didn't really buy into was when Oliver's Green Arrow was fighting Anarchy, or by the way, that Anarchy tease, I like it a lot. I actually like the villain in this episode. I thought he's well developed, and I think we're going to see more of him throughout the season. But during that fight, Oliver gets it, has a good toe-to-toe with him, and then ends up getting knocked down, and Thea comes in and kicks his ass, and I'm just like, isn't Oliver's way of a better fighter than Thea is at this moment? It just, maybe it's because of the rage is in her, and sure, but I understood why they did it, to set up her, burning the guy. But with that said, it just didn't work. It didn't seem like what would have really happened. One thing I'm really liking this season is you see Oliver not all sad all the time. He's a lot happier, and it's just nice to see that. And at the very end of the episode, you get him saying, I'm going to run for mayor, which is really cool. Apparently it's a big comic book storyline. I don't really know too much about it, but it's exciting to me. I like how that's developed out. And then we have the flashback scenes where he's finally back on Lian Yu, and I'm really excited about that. And he finally has to infiltrate this Slayer, or this opium field. So he does that, and finally he doesn't have to wear the wig. So positive for Stephen Amell right there, not having to wear that wig anymore, because I'm sure he hates it. Yeah, the island stuff is shaping up pretty well. Again, not too much has happened thus far, but again, I like being on the island, so hopefully some cool things happen there. And then at the very end of the episode, Laurel finds out that this Lazarus pit can resurrect people. So what does she do? She goes with Thea, and they're going to go to Nanda Parbat. Before that, they stop off at the grave of Sarah, and they dig her up. And holy crap, they actually, they did it. I didn't know if they were going to actually show her. I'm like, oh, then if they do, you're going to just see Katie Lotz in there, or Sarah. And it's just going to look like her. They open it up, and it's just dead person. And she's frail and purple. And I was like, holy, they did that on the CW of all channels. Crazy. But again, with my negatives aside, I like the way the story's shaping up. The only thing is that the execution, I don't think, was fully there for me to get fully invested in it. And then we also get the introduction of Felicity as the CEO of Palmer Tech, and she finds pretty much her new sidekick. It's going to be, I can't quite remember his name, but apparently it turns into another superhero character. I'm not too familiar with him, but I think it's Mr. Terrific, I believe is his name. And I like her. She's finally got a headlining storyline, and she's not playing behind Oliver. She has her own little storyline going on, so that's cool to see. Felicity finally stepping up. It only took 4 seasons, but she's now in the forefront and has her own little storyline to tell. But overall, really like this episode. I like Damien Dark's presence in it. Him and Anarchy playing pretty much polar opposite type villains. So that was cool to see. Be sure to let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and that is it, and I'll talk to you all later.